Okay, so now we are going to copy our windows to the second story, which should be easy. Instead of redoing them, we can just copy them. So in order to do that, we should do some little bit of preparation first. So I'm gonna need some guidelines, and we know that from the edge of the group, it's 25 centimeters. And here it's important that you zoom in, because if you're zoomed out and you want to make a guideline up, you might be doing it from here. Then you would have your guideline on the air, and that's not what we want. So make sure that you zoom in or orbit as much as you need, and then make your guideline from on the face of the building. So it's on the face on the blue axis. So I need to make it for 50 centimeters. So once I have that, here's where my window is going to sit. So now an easy way to do that is I'm going to orbit a little bit, because I need to be able to see this edge of the window so I can copy it and sit it right here. So I select my move tool, and before I click, I'm going to make sure that I'm grabbing that corner. I don't know if you can see that corner right there. I'm selecting that corner, and I press the option or the control key on your keyboard. So that means that I'm not moving the actual window, but I'm copying it. And I'm going all the way up. Okay. And I'm going all the way up. I think I hesitated there, and I'm going all the way up. Make sure that you are on the right axis. Okay, I selected the wrong one. Yep. So keep on going up until you find yourself there. So it's perfectly aligned to that, to both guidelines that I made. Just keep on going up, and it should work. Now, since I have that, I press again Control on a PC, Option on a Mac, and I go sideways. Make sure it says on the face of the group. I can let go my mouse. I type 1.5 meters distance and times 7 copies that I want, and I have my 8 windows. That was easy to do. I guess the most difficult part was to align it right here to make sure that you went up and you are on the face. If not, there's the possibility that your windows might end up on the air. Now, this building was originally planned to be a 3-story building. So I'm going to edit the building group. I'm going to edit that building group, and I could just go up for another 3 meters 10 centimeters, and that would give me my next floor. But remember that I need a line here, so, and then I would have to make a guideline and come back and make a line. So one way of doing that, of using the push-pull tool and leaving a line, making it a segment, would be to press your Control key on your PC or Option on your Mac, and you go up, and notice that now we left the line there. So I can now type 3.10, enter, and now I have the line there, the line that I need to make this decoration. So once I have that, I can repeat. I have to click outside to get out of that group. And I have this guideline for the windows. I need a guideline for 50 centimeters from here up. 50 centimeters, perfect. So now I can just repeat the same that I did before. I'm going to make sure that I select that corner of my window, and I press Option and click, and I start. Oops, you can't let go. Okay, let's do this again. So I press Option and I start going up. Oops. And it's right there on the line, on the intersection. So now I let go my mouse and my keyboard, and I have the perfect window there copied. So now I can do the same thing to copy 8 across, because we want this to be symmetrical. So I'm going to press Option, click, make sure I'm on the face of the group. I click go, let this go, keyboard, type 1.5 meters, and then times 7, enter, and I have all 8 windows copied. So the space here is for the door that we're going to build later on. Now I want to copy one of these windows here right at the center of the left side of the building. So how would I do that? Well, first let's find the place where it's going to go. So let's get our guidelines. Let me find the midpoint, which is right there, and then 50 centimeters up. Now that would be where the center of the window would be, but just to be precise, the window is 1 meter wide, so I have to make another guideline that is 50 centimeters on each side. So that's exactly where where I would like my window to sit. So now I can go back. Since these are groups, I can just grab this window and Control C for copy, or go edit, copy, and then I can orbit back here and say it that I want it pasted right here. Now there's one problem here. As you can see, that the window is a copy of this, and I would need to rotate it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay on this line. Let's try a different approach from the bottom, that we don't have the arc. So I'm going to go to Camera, Standard View, Bottom, and I'm going to find my window. There we go. So there's our window, right? And we need to rotate it in that fashion. So I'm going to get the rotation tool. Sometimes it works better if we rotate from the bottom. Okay, so I extend the handle, and looks like we did it. Let's see. So we rotated it, and let's get a camera view, standard view, left. Looks like we succeeded. Okay, so now we just have to move it up approximately where we want it. And we might have to do some fine tuning here. Well, okay, we need to grab this corner. Make sure that it's on the intersection of these two guidelines that I made. Once I have it there, it should be perfect. Okay, I'm going to do the guidelines to copy this window on each floor, one on each floor. So remember what I said, that it's important that the guidelines start on the face. So you have to, when we have something that protrudes out, go zoom in a little bit and then just type the guidelines measurement that you need. So then we can just grab the corner of the object that we are copying. So I'm going to copy this object from right there. So I press Control and I just slide it down until we are in the intersection. And that is perfect. So one more window on the bottom floor. So I make another guideline for the bottom at 50 centimeters. I take this window again from that corner, press Control and slide down. Now my screen stops there, but if I keep on going, the object disappears, but it tells me where the intersection is that I want it, right there. And then I make sure that it's on the intersection. Perfect. So now I have my windows there, so I'm going to delete all the guidelines. And that's what it would look like for now. One window on each floor on this side. So on the back, I want 6 windows. So I'm going to start with one window, of course. So I'm going to prepare it. I'm going to make, okay, here again, you might have to zoom in because we have that auxiliary line that I made there. So I'm going to make 50 centimeters guideline, and I'm going to make one meter guideline there. Well, actually, it's just, if I'm going to put 6, I have to calculate 6 windows at 1 meter each. It's going to be 6 meters. And I have 12. 12 is my length. So 1 meter each, and minus 12, I have left 7. So 6 windows separating. Wait, 6 windows. I have 6 meters left. I'm sorry. 12 long and 6 meters, 1 meter each. I have left 6 meters. So if I separate 1 meter between each window, that would take 5 meters more. So I'm going to have 1 meter left. So I can use that 1 meter for 50 centimeters from the edge of each. Okay. So now I remember that we copied already. So I can just copy again, paste again. And here's my window. It's going to be on the face of the group. We're going to have to rearrange it because right now it's facing in the opposite direction, so I'm going to have to flip it around. So we decided that the best approach to have is from the bottom of the bottom view. In order to do this, I'm going to go to camera, standard views, bottom, and then I'm going to zoom in. Yeah, this is the one, right, that I want to rotate. So I select the rotation tool. I extend and I rotate. Okay, now I need to move it. First, I'm going to move it out until the edge on the green axis, and then I can move it back in. And I would have to do, I try to align it as best as I can, but I might have to do some tweaking here, you see, exactly. So I take the corner tool, I go down, the move tool, and I align it to the intersection and the corner. That should be perfect. I don't need this guideline here. It's just bothering me a little bit. I'm going to select it and I'm going to delete it. Okay. So I have that first window, and we decided that it's going to be separated by 1 meter to the next window, right? So the distance when I copy this window to the next one should be 2 meters. So it will have the 1 meter in between and the 1 meter for the window. So I select my move tool. I press Control. I move it. I let my mouse go. I let my keyboard go. I press 2 meters and then times 5 because I need 6 windows and I have one already, so I need 5 more. And there it is. Now I'm going to have to move these windows up here, copy them up here and copy them, and I would be done. Here on this side I want 2 windows equidistant, so we have to find out where we're going to place them.